Yeah! My man. Nah, you, right there. Yeah. My name is JaeCee The Poet. I just want to say, shout out to Shanice, happy birthday. I love you so much, you're dope. Shout out to Julius. I want to give a shout out to my friend Brian and his wife Marcella. They came all the way from Long Island. Love you, bro. No lie, I'm feeling like under the weather. I'm feeling like Michael Jordan when he played the game with flu and shit like that. I hope so. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just start it off with a poem because I'm feeling like inside of myself. So I'm gonna just start off with something that like is gonna bring me out. And it's called input for output. Hey yo, I said hey yo baby girl, I'll pass you some cash if you let me tap that ass. She replies, what? I ain't no hoe, but how much you talking? Cause if the price ain't right, I'ma keep on walking. Damn, all I can say is damn. There's a lesson that needs to be learned. To all my sisters and Latinas, respect starts with self. All I'm asking is that you know your wealth. You see, I place it somewhere right above priceless. I need you to understand that without you, this world is left lifeless. You will only get what you put out, so I need you to exude confidence and pride, and if you do so, they can't ignore it, I have no doubt. Because most don't feel as I do, that you should be treated like queens and idols. But first, you have to respect yourself. Thank you. So I got another one. I got some memorized, some I don't. So I'm gonna do one that I don't have memorized so I can get it out of the way. This is called Mondays. Mondays. On mornings when I awoke with the rest of the 9 to 5 working folk, I would sometimes question whether or not I was wasting my time. Being a writer, was it a futile pursuit? Spilling words all over some page, oozing vulnerability all over some stage. Did I hope I would become ageless? Was I chasing Charles? I doubt Bukowski chased anything. He'd probably be disgusted by the fact that I held him so highly. Steady jobs meant solid flows of income, unless you were canned. I had jobs before. I had been canned before too. This business of being a poet meant being open. You had the freedom to make your own hours. Truly, this could be a gift or a curse. Days stacked with productivity and book sales were the best kind of highs. On polar opposites of those, you could barely get by. A few months back, I sold 100 copies of my third title. I rolled that wave almost down into a grave. I remembered thinking to myself, if I could find some repetition of that transaction and from different sources, just keep it happening, I could rebel on and be all right. But when bank funds dip low and from the boxes the books just won't go, the allure of cubicles and water coolers began to look like the best bet you can make. Thank you. This next one is a short one. It's from this book. It's called Shout, Scream, and Moan. When you argue at a higher frequency than you make love, is the end nigh? At that point, there isn't much that can be done, except maybe the remedy is to make more love, because the sound of moaning mends more hearts, while screams are sure to tear a pair apart. Thank you. So I'm horrible at banter. So forgive me if I just like rush through to other poems. Um,
Got you, Jay.
so this next poem is called "We're Not Robots," and it's about men. It's a poem about men not having to conform to like that stereotypical archetype. We are not robots. This is not a poem. This is a timely reminder to the men who were raised to be hard as stone, taught that in order to embrace your machismo means no emotions are to be shown, as if somehow doing so would knock you from your throne. Well, he my word kings, I am here to tell you that that just isn't true. If you like her, we'll let her know. But if you lack good intentions, don't be a fuckboy. You should let that queen go. We are human. We have heart. Can't you feel how it beats? Oh, and you should definitely tell your homeboy that it isn't cool if he ever chooses to cheat. In 2018, it seems that you are less of a man if you choose to pack a pistol rather than a pen. Well, buck those male stereotypes. There is no fucking need to bed a different woman every night. Don't believe the hype. Men can cry. In fact, men should cry. True story, when my ex left me for the second time, I never thought my eyes would dry. And I am far past the age of 5, yet unashamed I can proclaim that the possibility of me wiping my eyes when watching Mufasa die is still pretty damn hot. That shit is sad. It is really okay to be afraid. I am highly horrified of heights and rats, but I'd fuck one up if ever attacked. Hopefully. Without the notion of fear, how could we ever come to know courage? And fellas, do not be fooled. The fact that we may sometimes need to check our accounts before making purchases, that does not mean that we are worthless. But anyway, I've been all over the place, so just in case I've lost you somewhere along the way, what I mean to say is that the presence of feeling does not mean the absence of man. Thank you. Oh, man. This is another one from my book. This book right here, What If I Said? It's called Who Knows? I write a lot about my ex, but I'm entitled to that shit because, facts. And you know, I lived that life too, so I can write about it all I want. If she don't like what I wrote, she should have behaved a little better. I'm just saying. So this is called Who Knows? Perhaps in the years to come, you'll be wherever you are, staring at whoever you've ended up with, mentally retracing your steps while tripping over your perfectly placed regrets, thinking you shouldn't have left, but you were stubborn, and once you chose to settle on that final goodbye, your ego wouldn't allow you to wither on your decision. Your will to never admit any wrongdoing was always stronger than your love for me. I wonder if you love him in the same fashion as you love me, or has your style changed? Do you still stray away from apologizing like the sensation of saying sorry scorches your throat? Maybe I'll be bitter with the taste of jealousy still sitting on the tip of my tongue as I watch couples who were more determined than we were. With the way we claim to love one another, we should have made it. God damn it, we should have made it work. But now I just drink whiskey in strip clubs, in cars and bars. Sometimes, admittedly, I drink whiskey in bedrooms that I have no goddamn business being in. But since I've lost all hope, baby girl, this is how I cope. Thank you. So, keeping with the topic of whiskey, if any of you know me personally or follow me, you know I love whiskey. This next poem is called Chasing My Grief to the Bottom of a Bottle. And it speaks on like the relationship with me and my father and the relationship with his father. And here it goes. I can hear it, the faint call of alcohol. My tongue can taste it. 75% of our bodies are made up of water, except mine on a Friday or a Saturday night. You're not an alcoholic if you do it in groups, right? You can't be that far, I can't be that far gone. I'm sorry. You're not an alcoholic if you do it in groups, right? Social events are only excuses to give in. I can't be that far gone if I only do it among friends. My father issues future warnings because of his father's past. You see, he was an alcoholic, and in his last days, he was weak and frayed. I tell my dad that the message has been conveyed. And I contend that even though that same blood that flowed through my grandfather's veins runs through mine, I won't succumb to substance abuse. No, I won't waver with time. But I'll admit, when life drains me, I use whiskey to refill what I have lost. And that works, at least until I sober up. Sometimes I drink the substance to soften my stiff reality. Such a rigid rubber band my existence has become, always snapping back into place. And I hate that I often need an escape. And at 24, I said by 30, the bottom of a bottle would no longer be the way. But I'll be 31 in a few months, and I'm still emptying out bottles like a baby. Thank you. I would just like to let all of you, because I have like friends here, I don't want y'all to be alarmed. I would just like to let all of you know that I am not an alcoholic, but I'm a poet and I write shit and share it. So should I ever become an alcoholic, y'all all fucking know.